Good morning and welcome to this presentation of the underwater world. Snorkeling is a delightful activity for people of all ages, including older individuals. Imagine floating weightlessly surrounded by vibrant coral reefs and colourful fish. It's a chance to reconnect with nature, feel the gentle currents, and escape daily stresses. Plus, the rhythmic sound of your own breath becomes a soothing meditation. So embrace the adventure, immerse in wonder, and let the ocean's magic rejuvenate your spirit. Vibrant coral reefs are found throughout the Pacific, providing one of the main sources of income to the region. These reefs sustain tourism and provide livelihoods through water activity, reef fisheries, and the pearl industry. This presentation aims to give you a brief overview of a selection of the marine life in these magnificent waters. Coral reefs provide a habitat for a diverse range of marine species and act as a natural barrier against coastal erosion and storms. Hawaii's living reef ecosystem, sometimes referred to as the rainforest of the sea, has more than 7,000 known species of marine plants and animals. Of these, more than 1,250 species are unique that can be found only on Hawaii's reefs. Back around 1020 AD, the Islamic polymath al-Biruni was one of the first to correctly classify corals as animals. He argued cleverly that coral were animals even though they never changed their location because when he touched them, they responded. Their food is in the water around them. Corals expand their polyps and tentacles to feed mostly at night. Corals get a reasonable flow of water over their bodies when the tidal flow is high, but a few times each day when the tide is on the turn, there's not much flow. In this circumstance, coral polyps make their own water currents. They wave their cilia, those little hairs, and generate swirling currents that keep a thin layer of water moving parallel to their surface like a mini conveyor belt. This moving current simultaneously brings in food and takes away waste products. On a good day, coral polyps can lay down 10 grams of calcium carbonate per square metre. They have to do this continually to keep ahead of the erosion caused by waves and other forces. As the corallite grows, the polyp is pushed outwards so that it remains on the surface of the coral skeleton. Corals are divided into hard corals and soft corals. This is a large gorgonian, also known as a Venus fan or just a fan coral. It's a delicate looking soft coral composed of a lattice of branches in a single plane. Here's another photo of a soft coral I took in the waters around Komodo. It looks more like a plant than an animal, don't you think? And they come in a range of colours and sizes. This species of hard coral is called fire coral. Touching fire coral can cause an immediate burning sensation or a stinging pain. I've been stung with fire coral. The irritation lasts for several hours. A red rash with raised welts appears, not dissimilar to being stung by a jellyfish, and itching develops. Which is why there's a simple rule for divers and snorkelers: don't touch anything. In some jurisdictions, you are not even allowed to wear gloves. There are some nasty fish out there too that can cause serious problems, including cardiac arrest. These two fish are common in all tropical waters. The striking lionfish above and the clever scorpionfish below are some of the most venomous species. Even the slightest touch of the fine dorsal fins of the lionfish will cause sudden and severe pain. The scorpionfish is excellent at camouflage and keeps very still, awaiting its prey. Here's a photo of a scorpionfish I took last year. You can see the fins. Can you make out the eyes and mouth? Scorpionfish are not only well camouflaged, but their poisonous spines can inflict a very severe, if not fatal, wound to people. Not all scorpionfish are drab and ugly, but most are. Looking more like an interesting kind of plant or flower than a living creature, sea anemones are industrious creatures, spending much of their lives extracting food from the water to survive. These are closely related to hard corals, but differ in that they lack a skeleton. The tentacles of many species of sea anemone, including this giant sea anemone, are home to and in a symbiotic relationship with the beautiful clownfishes as well as certain shrimp species. There are about 30 species of clownfish. Here are two. The Clark's clownfish on the left-hand side is probably the most common, and the blood orange clownfish on the right-hand side. Depending on the species, anemone fish are overall yellow, orange, reddish, or a blackish colour, and many show white bars or patches. Sea anemones have a lovely blue mantle. Here's a small Clark's clownfish snuggling in. Groups of up to 6 cohabiting clownfish are led by a female, the queen bee of the clownfish. Only the largest male of the group mates with the reigning queen. Fascinatingly, all clownfish are born male with the capacity to change gender later in life. Once the female of a group dies, the next largest in the group changes gender from male to female and becomes the new leader. The smaller fish all move up one spot in the social ladder, waiting their turn until they're next in line to mate. What if you're really small? Some of us little guys would never get promoted. Clownfish are popular. Everyone loves clownfish. There's even a Disney movie made about one called Nemo. It was a big success too, being the second highest grossing film of 2003 behind The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. Wherever there's an anemone, you seem to find a Nemo. Here's a video about the life cycle of clownfish. Among the most iconic inhabitants of coral reefs are the butterfly fish. These small, brightly coloured fish flit among the coral branches, their vibrant patterns standing out against the backdrop of blue. They spend their days pecking at coral polyps, worms, algae, and other invertebrates with their long, thin snouts. By night, their coloration changes, becoming less vivid to diminish their attraction to predators. Some butterfly fish form monogamous pairs and are often seen swimming closely together, while others travel in schools. Each of the 129 species has a unique pattern, making them a delight for divers and snorkelers to spot. Angelfish come in various colours and patterns. Like the butterfly fish, they have a disc-like shape and are known for their graceful movements. This is an emperor angelfish. Juvenile angelfish look different from adults, often sporting bold stripes or spots. The unique shape of the angelfish helps them swim and twirl underwater with ease. Their laterally compressed bodies and fanning fins make them appear larger to predators, but still allow them to dart into crevices for safety. Like the butterfly fish, the beautiful Moorish idol, one of my favourites, can tone down its colours at night to be less obvious to predators. Moorish idol's unusual name was apparently given to it because in some areas of Southeast Asia, some Muslim fishermen have respect for these fishes. They release them when caught and honour them with a bow after their release. This handsome fish is usually seen in staghorn coral branches in shallow water, one of the most elegant of fishes. Here's an underwater video I took of some of these fish types we've discussed thus far. See if you recognise butterfly fish, angelfish, and the stylish Moorish idol. Note too the lovely soft corals. The batfish or paddlefish is another of my favourites. Being so thin, this elongated, flattened species can dart through the narrowest of crevices to escape predators. Note their contrasting yellow fins. They're a favourite with divers because of their curious nature. Individuals regularly approach divers, closely following them and even nudging their face mask front on. Batfish are either solitary, in pairs, or a group, sometimes of more than 100. Juveniles are often boomerang-shaped with pronounced and elaborate markings. Parrotfish are named thus for their parrot-like beaks. These colourful fish use their beak-like teeth to scrape algae off the coral surface, helping to keep the coral clean and healthy. At night, parrotfish secrete a mucus cocoon around themselves for protection. During my night dives, I've come across many asleep in crevices and all sorts of nooks and crannies in the reef. The etiquette is not to shine your dive torch directly in their eyes so as not to disturb them from their slumber. Light does, though, augment their brilliant, often pastel colours. Surgeonfish with their oval-shaped bodies are characterized by their bright colors and distinctive markings. They are so called because they have a sharp, retractile, scalpel-like spine on either side of their tail base. These sharp spines can inflict severe lacerations to a predator and to people if mishandled. Surgeonfish are herbivorous. They move methodically over algal turf in schools of their own kind and sometimes with parrotfish. One of the most vibrantly coloured surgeonfish is the blue tang, as shown here, bottom right hand side. Sergeant major fish are closely related to clownfish. They form close bonds with sea anemones. They too bathe in the anemone's stinging tentacles, gaining immunity through a protective mucus coating. Again, like clownfish, if the female perishes, the largest male undergoes a sex change, becoming female and ensuring continuity. These grow up to 9 inches in length and have bold black or dark blue vertical stripes against a white and yellow backdrop. Here's a video I took drifting along a reef, coming across a variety of pink and orange fairy basilets, damselfish, Moorish idol, sergeant majors, parrotfish, blue and yellow fusiliers, and coral trout, the best eating fish of all of them. Sweetlips are a species of fish belonging to the grunt family. Known for their calm and peaceful demeanour, they are characterised by their big, luscious lips, which become greatly swollen with age. Sweetlips come in a variety of colorations, mostly involving yellow, black and white. The vivid species on the left-hand side is the oriental sweetlip, conspicuous by its alternating black and white stripes. Other sweetlip species have spotted patterns. Sweetlips go through dramatic colour changes through growth. Juveniles, as seen here, are often adorned with large, well-defined, creamy white spots on a brown background. They can have especially long tails and swim by undulating their body sideways. They seem to have no resemblance to their adult counterparts. Sweetlips are slow-moving and their large, beautiful, colourful features make them particularly photogenic. Jackfish trevally are powerful, silvery marine fish that swim in large schools. A favourite game fish amongst open water anglers, these predators are considered an intelligent fish species using targeted group hunting strategies to pick off their prey. Diving with trevally is an exciting experience as they offer thrilling encounters due to their large numbers and swift swimming abilities. Here's one such encounter I had recently in the Philippines. Some fish have adapted their body shape to be quite unlike the typical fish shape. The cornet fish, also known as a trumpet fish or painted flute mouth, is a relative of the equally strange pipefish and seahorses. At rest, this fish remains motionless, often with its tail uppermost, resembling a stick. This stick rapidly becomes a live fish, however, when a shoal of small fish swims by. They swiftly dart forward and suck up their victim into their trumpet-like mouths. This unusual fish is as fast in reverse as it is in forward gear. Trumpet fish are masters of camouflage, adopting their colour, often yellow, to match their coral or seagrass background. Their slender bodies allow them to slip through narrow crevices in the reef. Trumpet fish also have the peculiar habit of riding on the back of another fish, remora-like, as in this instance with a parrotfish, in order to approach prey in stealth, undetected. Pufferfish are numerous in type. This one is the black-spotted puffer. Pufferfish gain protection from predators by being distasteful, and many are brightly coloured to warn other fish of this fact. Pufferfish produce an extremely toxic substance that is concentrated in their liver and gonads. It is a nerve poison that, if eaten, kills predator fish and humans alike. Pufferfish get their name from their ability to puff themselves up like balloons when attacked or threatened. In these situations, they pump water into part of their stomach, which increases the size of their body remarkably. Despite the toxicity, pufferfish flesh is a much prized delicacy in Japan, like the famous fugu that only very few experts know how to cook. This species of pufferfish is considered an aphrodisiac, and highly qualified cooks are long trained to prepare the dish in such a way that the toxin is destroyed. Nevertheless, there are several fatalities from eating it each year. The porcupine fish is a member of the pufferfish family. In addition to being able to swell up, they are covered with sharp spines. The porcupine fish body is elongated with a spherical head and big round protruding eyes. It has a large mouth which is rarely closed. They get quite large, up to 36 inches. This fish is solitary in nature and most active at sunrise or sunset. Normally, these spines are flattened, but in the case of an attack, they are erected and become an excellent deterrent for attackers. Imagine swallowing that. Moray eels, with their snake-like appearance, hide in crevices during the day. They can grow up to 4 meters in length. Eels are nocturnal hunters, leaving the safety of their den at night to hunt prey such as fish. Moray eels are fiercely aggressive and powerful predators. Eels have a second set of jaws that shoot forward to grab prey. Their razor-sharp, fang-like teeth lock onto prey, and the eel then knots its body and forces the knot against the prey while tearing the flesh away with its teeth. They can look dangerous and menacing, but to us, unless you stick your finger in its mouth, they are not dangerous. There are many delightful varieties of eels, including zebra eels and honeycomb eels. Here's a video of a white-mouthed moray. It's brief because the current got hold of me. It's a bonus to see a full-length moray swimming, given that it's usually night when they emerge from home. Note the cornetfish or flutemouth and the surgeonfish. One of my favourite eels is the ribbon eel. This video provides more details about these fascinating creatures. Gorgeous, vibrant blue and yellow, it is a striking animal.
The ribbon eel is a species of moray eel. The eels are found in lagoons and reefs in the Indo-Pacific, ranging from East Africa to southern Japan, Australia, and French Polynesia. They inhabit shallow marine waters down to 187 feet deep. A ribbon eel can be easily recognized by its expanded anterior nostrils. 3 fleshy tentacles are on the tip of the lower jaw, while a single fleshy pointed projection is at the tip of the snout. They are normally hidden in sand, rubble, or reef crevices. An eel will often only have its head protruding. Individuals feed on small fish that pass close to their burrow during the day. Sometimes males will share the same hole. Ribbon eels are considered to be protandrous hermaphrodites, meaning that they begin life as males and switch to females later in life. Males and females have different coloring. The male is bright blue with a yellow face and yellow fins. The female has a yellow body and head. Juveniles are black. Blue adult males range from 26 inches to 37 inches in length, while the larger females can reach up to 51 inches. They are captured for the aquarium industry, but they do not fare well in captivity.
Garden eels tend to live in groups. They are so named because many eel heads appear to be growing from the sea floor, resembling the plants in a garden. The 36 known species of garden eels can be found in warm ocean waters worldwide. Garden eel colonies can number up to several thousand individuals. Here's a video of a small group of garden eels I took off Bali. Sea snakes, like this common banded sea snake, are dangerous, but they are very timid with small fangs. You would really have to annoy one to get bitten. If you do get bitten, it's not good, and you probably won't survive. As this video says, a single dose of venom can kill about 10 people. nudibranch, or sea slug, is a marine mollusk without a shell. The derivation of the word nudibranch comes from the ancient Greek nudus for naked and branchia for gills, the naked gills mollusk. They shed their shells after their larval stage. Nudibranchs come in a dazzling array of colours and striking forms. Many have vivid patterns resembling underwater works of art. Their vibrant hues serve as a warning to predators, indicating that they might be toxic or unpalatable. That's the general rule of thumb for all tropical coloured fish. The species on the right-hand side is called Anna's magnificent sea slug. The only known predators of this sea slug are certain carnivorous nudibranchs. There are about 3,000 varieties of nudibranchs in every colour imaginable. They are such a delight for diving enthusiasts that there are encyclopedias devoted to them. Here's a few nudibranchs that I like. Top left is the green spotted nudibranch. To its right is the clown nudibranch. Below, the Spanish shoal, varicose wart, very common, possibly the most common, and the yellow and blue nudibranch. Aren't they pretty? This is part of the macro world, the underwater world of small things. Hence, many divers, myself included, have a macro lens for their underwater camera, allowing us to get much closer to our target. But my favourite nudibranch is the Spanish dancer. Like most nudibranchs, they can be found at depths ranging from 1 metre to 50 metres. During the day, the Spanish dancer hides in crevices away from the light, emerging at night to hunt for food. As the name implies, they have wonderful flamenco-type movements. Giant clams are the largest living bivalve mollusks in the oceans. They can grow up to 4 feet long and weigh over 500 pounds. Giant clams have a unique relationship with algae, which live inside their tissues and provide them with food through photosynthesis. These algae contribute to the vibrant colours of the clam's mantles. These colours range from vibrant blues and greens to striking purples and oranges. Clams are highly efficient filter feeders. They pump large volumes of water through their gills and extract microscopic organisms and suspended particles, helping to improve water quality in their surroundings. Hence, this filtration process benefits the entire reef system. Giant clams can live for over a century. The oldest known giant clam was estimated to be 149 years old. This is a painted spiny lobster. In Australia, we call the spiny lobster crayfish. The painted spiny lobster typically grows up to 12 inches in length, although some individuals may reach up to 16 inches. Their body is covered in a hard shell adorned with spines. Its segmented tail allows for flexibility and powerful rearward propulsion. Unlike true lobsters, it lacks large claws. During the day, these crustaceans remain hidden under rocky crevices or reefs, venturing out at night to feed and migrate. When migrating, groups of up to 50 individuals move in single file, maintaining contact with each other using their antennae. As the name suggests, painted spiny lobsters exhibit beautiful colours, pastel pinks, blues, greens, and white and display mottled patterns on their carapace. The mantis shrimp is another common crustacean, growing to around 4 inches. They range in colour from shades of brown to vivid colours, with more than 520 species known. Many species spend most of their lives sheltering in burrows and holes, but sometimes you can see them scurrying along the seabed, like this one here. In the azure waters of Hawaii, 2 enchanting sea turtle species gracefully glide through the coral reefs and lagoons. The green sea turtle left and the hawksbill sea turtle right. Green turtles have a rounded face, while hawksbill turtles have a hooked beak. Their shells or carapaces are also slightly different in appearance, with the hawksbill's intricate shell pattern more prized. Hawksbills are renowned for their stunning amber and brown shell, which is highly sought after for its use in jewellery and ornaments. While not as abundant as the green turtle, hawksbill turtles are still a significant presence in these waters. The two most common species of shark are the blacktip and whitetip reef sharks. Reef sharks are timid and unaggressive. Unless you deliberately provoke this animal, you have nothing to worry about. Reef sharks are relatively small, usually less than 2 meters. Diving with sharks is an exhilarating experience. If you are fortunate enough to see one, enjoy their elegance and power. Here's a white tip I came across off Borneo. Note the tail action. A shark is a fish. A dolphin is a mammal. Dolphins must come up for air. The tiger shark, note the stripes, can be aggressive and dangerous, but rarely visits shallow waters. You have to be lucky to see one, or unlucky, depending on your perspective. There are no great white sharks in tropical waters. You get them in cooler waters, such as the coast of South Australia, California, and South Africa. Stingrays are related to sharks. This is a Tahitian stingray, which lives almost exclusively on or close to the sea floor. Here's another Tahitian stingray video I took in the Philippines. Not all stingrays have barbs on their tails, this variety doesn't, but a large proportion of them do, and some barbs are venomous. This is a blue-spotted stingray taking shelter. Lovely blue spots. One of the prettiest rays. It does have 2 or 3 venomous grooved barbed spines though. If trodden on, they will inflict an intensely painful wound, but you'd have to be unlucky. These blue-spotted rays have lots of strong little teeth that they use to crush mollusks and crustaceans with. They love crabs, as this one is doing in the next video. Manta rays are gentle giants that glide gracefully through the water, their enormous wingspan captivating to behold. Manta rays feed on plankton, filtering it through their gill plates. Manta rays sometimes perform acrobatic flips near the surface. I was windsurfing off Hayman Island in Queensland once, and a manta jumped right in front of me. I wasn't prepared for that. There are two varieties, the black manta, wingspan up to 18 feet, and the oceanic manta, wingspan up to 23 feet. Black mantas sometimes visit shallow water. They have no barb and are totally harmless. Mantas have unique black marking belly patterns. This small black manta I saw near Komodo. Thanks for coming to my talk. I hope that understanding a little more about this fascinating marine environment encourages you to explore, whether that's in the water or from dry land. Goodbye.